Hey everyone, it's Steve at the Prewitt Group. Today wanted to go through what we are seeing happen in the market through the end of September of 2016 and analyze how those market stats may impact your purchasing or selling decisions as we go into the fourth quarter of this year. So as we look at the market statistics here today, we're going to see a number of trends. The first of those that we're going to see is the lower inventory than the past year at this time. Inventory trends are following very similar to other years, with slightly higher inventory during the summer months and little lower inventory as we go into the fourth quarter. Still a high number of sales in the lower price points, and still seeing some upward pressure on pricing compared to last year. There has been a slight dip in the average sales price from August until September. Homes in good condition are still moving very quickly. We're seeing less multiple offer scenarios and situations than we were this summer, and overall feel that the market's staying very stable. The first set of data we're going to look at here is the active inventory historically, and as you can see, September of this year, the inventory dropped off some from August and where it was at this summer, and still substantially below where it's been in the past couple years, both overall throughout this year and in September. When we look at sales by price point, still our largest group of sales is in the $200,000 to $250,000 range, and dropping off as we go higher in price point. Some of the biggest drops we see are between the $500,000 and $600,000 range and $600,000 and $700,000 range, and then when we get over $900,000 to $1 million, certainly a large drop off in amount of homes that have moved off the market so far this year. When we look at list price to sale price ratio, have been seeing a fairly consistent trend all year, in that in the lower price points things are far closer to 100% of asking price, if not over, and then a little bit more volatility when you get to the $700,000 and above price point. When we look at number of days to sell by price point, again, everything under $300,000 for the most part is sitting at an average of under 30 days. So things still moving very quickly off the market. And then those days on market count is climbing as you go higher in price point. Certainly quite a bit higher when you get up between 700 and $1 million, and especially over 1 million. This is a historical look at the days on market. So even though we are seeing that normal pattern of lower days on market in the lower price points and then trending upward as we go up in price point, you can see in most categories up into about the $600,000 to $700,000 range, we're certainly at far less days on market than we were in any previous year. And a few of the higher end price points were at a little higher days on market, but overall the trend is that we're certainly sitting a lot less days on market for the things that are selling. For average sales price point throughout this year, obviously we peaked a little bit throughout the summer, and September dropped off some from August, but seeing very normal trends in a little bit higher pricing throughout the summer, and that coming down slightly as we go into the fourth quarter of the year, but still substantially above where we were the past couple years, which is showing signs of the health of our market this year. So overall, what does this mean for you as you're looking to purchase or sell your next home? Overall, we feel it's a great time to sell in the lower markets, especially if you're going to be moving up to a slightly higher price point. It's a great time to capitalize on the equity that you can get out of your home and be able to make the next purchase that you want to have happen. We still feel it's early enough in the recovery to buy into this market. We're seeing good appreciation throughout this year, but nothing that is substantially above normal. We'd normally expect a 5 to 7% a year appreciation, and depending on the area, we're a little bit above that for this year, but certainly still a market that's not flying out of control to where it makes it not good time to buy. So still feel it's early enough in that recovery of our market to buy in and be safe. We're still cautioning people to be prepared, looking at houses and making offers, to go in and be prepared to write on something if you like it. As we saw in the days on market charts, some of the things are still moving very quickly off the market, and being able to act on something that you like is still important. Overall, though, the market is stabilizing and has been fairly stable throughout the summer, and don't think we'll see drastic changes in that, especially over the next month or two as we come into the election. And if you're thinking of putting your home on the market or looking to buy one here into the fourth quarter, a lot of times it can be a great time to sell, because even though there's less buyers in the market, a lot of the times there's also less homes on the market, so you have a little bit less competition and may have to show your home less times to secure that buyer. And if you're looking to buy, it can be a great time to take advantage of there not being as much competition, and maybe not have to compete in a multiple offer scenario, or have a little bit of flexibility on pricing depending on your price point you're buying into from a seller who wants to move their property throughout the winter, or as we come into the holiday season and break from school in the middle of the year. Thanks for taking a few minutes to join us today and learn a little bit more about what we're seeing in the market so far this year. As always, these stats impact every different home and different neighborhood differently, and we'd be happy to help sit down and evaluate for you with the home that you're looking at purchasing or a home that you own, how these stats and what's going on in the market has an impact on you. Until next time, check out the links below and get a value of your home. Search our site for all available properties on the market and a number of other great resources. Until then, call, text, or email us anytime with any of your real estate questions, and we will see you again soon.